Well, hello everyone and welcome back to another theme park obsession video. My name is Dylan and thank you so much for tuning back into the channel. Today I'm hanging out at Universal Studios Hollywood to check up on the Fast and the Furious roller coaster because there's some significant progress over there. And I wanted to talk about CityWalk a little bit later on in the video because there's some serious changes happening at CityWalk and we got to talk about it. So without further ado, let's not waste any more time, head in the park and dive right in. Officially made it in the park and over to the Fast and the Furious coaster. Now, they do not have this area open just yet. It opens up at 11, so in just a few moments. So maybe we'll start the update by the escalators. I believe I can go downstairs, so let's head over to the escalators. Okay, yeah, we can make our way over here. Here's your latest. They're working in this area again. That's pretty interesting. They're starting to dig out a section that could be for electricity. Because remember, they got to hook all this stuff up down there. Everything else on this side, though, is looking the same. I'm not really noticing any differences. They haven't put the track up over the escalator just yet. I don't know if they're going to get to that this month. It might be later on. But yeah, it just seems like all the work is happening right here. Let me see if I can get a better angle of it. Okay, yeah. So they're digging for something, and I'm thinking it has to do with electrical. Yeah, it's looking the same over here, but that's okay. Totally okay. Because off in the distance, look at that. The very first inversion on the coaster has been completed, that corkscrew kind of element over the block section. Now, technically, this is the second inversion that they've worked on, but I'm talking about the first inversion that we'll experience when we start the ride, because the ride starts up here, we'll come down around over here, down the hill, and then into that inversion. This inversion right here is the finale. This is right before the brake run, and we end the attraction up there. So how cool. Let's get a better view of this. Continue our journey down. I have a lot of steps to go, so hold on. Whew. Okay, I made it. Oh yeah, look at that. The inversion has been complete. It looks so good. That profiling is incredible. It looks like a giant S. But we're going to be curving down in this section and then up into the block section. Wow, that looks fantastic. Let me zoom in just a little bit here. Oh yeah. That's going to be so much fun. Coming down this hill, because remember, we're going to be coming down this hill right here, boom, into that beautiful curve and right into the inversion. And we're going to be spinning on top of that. That is going to be so intense. I cannot wait. Yeah, look how good that looks. That looks great. Now, the last time I was here, they had just done this section right here, so in just a couple days, they've put up, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 new pieces. That's great. That's really, really good progress. And again, this weather is helping out the construction crews so much because typically we have a lot of rain during this time of year, but this year is a little bit different. And it's working out great for the construction because that means that they can just move a little faster. I don't know if they're going to put in these pieces tonight. They might, but we might see some more track installation next week. So it'll be perfect when I come back to the park to document it. Because they'll probably put in these pieces leading up into the block area. I don't know if they'll get to that, because that's quite a few pieces. But we'll at least get to maybe this point right here. They'll put in 2 or 3. But yeah, look at that. That is so cool. I wonder what that's going to feel like. Is it going to feel like a normal corkscrew, or is this going to feel like something completely different? I don't know. We're going to be finding out here very, very soon, though. Like I've mentioned a million times, we're not really sure of the profiling until we see it. And now that I'm just seeing it, I'm like, man, oh man, this thing looks killer. This is so cool. And from this angle, we can get a really good look at the building. You can see all the brickwork there. We zoom in just a little bit more. Yeah, it's looking so good. It looks like they've completed all of the brick on this side. So scaffolding should come down here very, very soon. And then maybe once they don't need to use this area as an access point, they'll throw the scaffolding back up and continue that look. Or, maybe that is the look and something else is going to go here. Maybe there'll be some wood texture or steel texture. I don't know. But they are working on it. There's a lot of crews up here too, so they might be working on this section, which is all the electricity. Move out of the way, tree. Move out of the way. Yeah, this is all electrical up here. to power the coaster, or at least a portion of it. And then you can see they were working underneath the escalator not too long ago. You can see a piece of equipment way off in the distance there. But not today. I wasn't hearing anything this morning when I walked down. Just doing a few more close-ups for all my fellow coaster nerds out there. I appreciate all of you watching, by the way, from all over the country. Because, yeah, this is going to be a doozy. It's going to be so good. Finally, Universal Studios Hollywood is getting a major thrill roller coaster. I mean, you know, Mummy's cute, and so is Flight of the Hippogriff, but this is like next level. Oh yeah. Now they haven't gotten to this section over here where the new retaining wall is located. And for those that are just kind of paying attention to numbers, if you were curious, we got 54, 46, and 46 for all my numbers fans out there. I know there's at least a couple of you. Again, 54, 46, 46. Yeah, I know, I'm a dork. I wonder what the landscaping is going to be like right here. Look at how close we get to the ground. I mean, we're again, like I've mentioned, I think they're going to give us some shovels when we're riding, and we'll be able to scoop up some dirt as we're going around the layout here. Yeah, this looks so good. This is so cool. Now that the lookout is open, yeah, it's past 11. Let's head up there to get a different angle of this thing. And maybe we'll look at the show building as well. How cool. I'm sure this entire section of the roller coaster will be done in the next couple weeks, and then they'll start moving on to other areas. Maybe the one where the turnaround is. That would be my next guess. Or they could, you know, throw some track over the escalator. You never know. Now, just really quickly over here, I wanted to talk about behind Revenge of the Mummy. John Murdy on X confirmed that he is designing a haunted house that is supposed to be going in this location. So we can rest easy. The Revenge of the Mummy location lives on. And I wonder what kind of haunted house will be going back here. You know, I'm still holding out for the Super Mario haunted house. It could be possible. It might happen. Or, you know what? They might do a Minions haunted house. Or, you know what? Maybe a Wicked haunted house. Let's do that. Let's do a Wicked haunted house. Oh, also really quickly, here's another spot where they're installing some, what I believe is electrical, because it leads all the way up into here where those boxes are located. So they could be just kind of prepping that, hooking it up. And also, shout out to this tree. It's still surviving. I think we could officially say this is the greatest tree of all time, at least at Universal Studios Hollywood. For those wondering what this side looks like, it's pretty much looking the same. I'll get another angle of it when we get to the lookout. But what I have noticed is that they're staging some pieces right there at the top of the hill. You see that? Those are brand new pieces of steel that have just shown up. I think they were here the last time I was at the park. I just didn't cover them. But yeah, those are new pieces, which I'm assuming is for all of this infrastructure right here. Because remember, this is going to be a massive element that turns us around back towards the hill and the launch segment. So there's going to be a lot of concrete, a lot of steel, a lot of infrastructure work. So maybe those pieces are all having to do with this location. And again, one more look at the inversion from this side. Look at how big it is. It's huge. Just goes all the way down. Boom. So much fun. Here's one angle of the show building. Let me zoom in here. Maybe we could see through the scrims. Not really. It's kind of hard to tell. I do hear crews working on some stuff beyond that scrim, though. Oh, you can see the brick texture right there. So yeah, they have gone all the way to this side, which is cool. And this entire time, I've also been wondering how fast the launch is going to be right here. This is where the ride starts. So we come out of the station and into the first section of LSMs. I wonder how fast this boost is going to be. Because when you really think about it, I think we're going to need a lot of momentum to go into that inversion, right? There's no other LSMs between that spot and possibly that block section or before the turnaround. So I have a feeling that first little boost is going to be kind of a nice kick in the pants because, again, we need the speed to get over that inversion. There's a lot of ground to cover. And then look at this, closest to the Mexican restaurant, the brick detailing continues, and they've done quite a bit. So that's really awesome. It stops right here in the center before you go back into the load and unload area, but it continues near the front of the building. So really, really good progress on this side. And then this is the side closest to the brake run, so the front is probably gonna look like this, which looks like this side is totally done. It's ready to go. So again, scaffolding should come down in the next few weeks or so. You know, usually I really love when it rains here in Southern California, but because we're getting this mega coaster, I'm glad that it hasn't rained, because it just means the construction process is a lot faster here at the park. So I like that we're not having a bunch of rain right now, because I would love for them to finish this thing early and we'll be able to ride it maybe later on this year. I think that would be kind of cool. And just judging from how fast they're moving right now, I would not be surprised if we get soft previews for this after Horror Nights. Oh yeah, the Inversion looks so good from this point. Holy moly, that looks great. Look how steep, look how steep we go down into this next turn. And I had a feeling that that was gonna be gnarly too. I was talking to a lot of my friends about this. I'm like, dude, I think coming out of that Inversion is gonna be really intense. It almost looks vertical. Let me zoom in a little bit here. Yeah, look at that. And then bank up around this corner, bam, right into the Inversion, and then straight down into a pretty significantly banked turn that goes back up into the block section, which by the way, let me zoom in even more. The fins have been installed. These are the block brake fins. So it looks like we're not seeing any LSMs in this portion. I don't know if they're putting LSMs right here. There could be. But this looks to just be a block brake section. Alrighty then. But again, that confirms that this first launch over here is gonna be quite the launch really quickly, because we need all this momentum to get through this element and that other turn to still have enough momentum to get over here and then down into another launch section before the turnaround, which, look at that off in the distance too. I'm gonna zoom in again, hold on. Look at those pieces of rebar going in. Holy moly, those are massive. That's right at the bottom of the element. You can see the direction of travel arrow. So we'll be coming out of that, and then we'll do one more giant boost to then give us enough speed to go back up into an incredible stall. That hang time is gonna be nice over the fire road and over the brake run. That's gonna be really cool when we see those pieces of track go in. That's gonna be spectacular. But like I've said before, we're gonna be going like 70 miles an hour. There's no way we're going any slower than that. Look at how much ground we have to cover. I mean, it's incredible. Oh man, I am for sure pooping my pants right out of that element. That's such a cool corkscrew. It looks so smooth too. That profiling from the manufacturer is like just sick. There's a closer view of how steep we're going right out of the element down into another turnaround over there. Zone C, for those that are wondering. Wow. So cool. Oh, there's people golfing off in the distance. I wonder if they're excited about the coaster. I'm sure they are. Or they might have no idea that this thing is being built. They should be watching my channel, and I hope that they're subscribed. This is gonna be such a fun roller coaster. I knew it. I knew this thing was gonna be awesome. You know, it doesn't have the longest layout in the world or anything like that, but I feel like the elements that are within the layout are worthy enough to make this thing top tier. Like, I'm talking top 10 for me, at least, just from looking at it. Knowing that this is what the profiling's already looking like, and we know that we're spinning on top of that. We know there's gonna be onboard audio, and we know we're gonna be going fast. So this is gonna be a pretty good top tier coaster in my opinion. And obviously I'll see where it ranks once I ride it, but for California at least, I mean, California, this has to be like top 5 easily. At least I would think so. That's what I'm leaning towards. There's still so much that they need to install, so we'll see how things kind of shape up as they put it in. But just looking at this, this looks awesome. This looks really, really good. Again, just look at how steep that descent is into the following bank curve. Yeah, that is great. This is a pretty good elevation change, by the way. You know, going back to talking about speed. Like we're gonna gain some speed coming down this drop, but we're gonna need a lot to get through this element. Or maybe we're gonna go through the element kind of slowish to give us some beautiful hang time, which would be, hey, I'll take that. I don't know if we're gonna be flying through it. I think, yeah, that maybe it is some sort of hang time moment on the ride. You never know. Once we start seeing testing, which should happen sometime in the summer at this pace, we'll know for sure how quick this thing's gonna go. What a cool angle too this is gonna be to watch the coaster traverse the course. We go back to the building over here. A lot of crew members on site, which is great. It's a beautiful day, by the way, too. Really pretty out. Got some beautiful clouds. It's cold. So it's a nice day to throw some steel up. You zoom in here. Yeah, there's another look at the brick texture. And then crew members working near the front half of the building, like we saw closest to French Street. And you can even see down here the brick goes all the way to the ground where that door is. All right, and because we got some really good angles from the tram, I'm gonna jump on the tram again and get some photos and video of this new element. It almost looks like a pretzel from this. I'm just thinking about food now all of a sudden. This looks like a little bit of a pretzel. But yeah, let's head over to the tram. Let's take a look at that. Oh, wait, here, before I do, let me just zoom in over here for my concrete enthusiasts. Yeah, more rebar going in, concrete, and then crews off in the distance there working on a lot of digging. How fun. I love documenting this stuff. And like I was saying earlier, I'm really grateful that so many of you watch these updates from Universal or Disney or Six Flags Magic Mountain. I love documenting the new projects. So it's going to be another fantastic year, I think. There's so many things happening around the industry. Made it to the studio tour, only a 5-minute wait, which you know what that means, walk on. There is no line when it says 5 minutes, so this is gonna be good. Yeah, I got some really good photos last time I rode. I always like riding in the back, so I'm gonna do that again right here. Yeah, look at this, complete walk on. If you wanna see a lot of active production, by the way, I recommend riding the studio tour in the morning. You're gonna see more of it, Monday through Thursday. You're gonna see a lot of active production in the AM versus later on in the day. So if you're into that, just keep that in mind.
Hello, everybody. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are we doing?
I'm doing great.
Are we having a good day?
Always.
Do I sound like a school teacher?
No.
Have some of you kids skipped school today?
Oh yeah, every day.
Come on. Stuff like that. Really, really cool stuff. Hey, we have construction over there on your left. Does anybody know what that is going to be? Yes, Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift. It is our brand new roller coaster. And you know what? I've been excited about that. But as the track keeps getting put in, I get more and more excited. That's going to be a lot of fun. Look at that. That's about a year away. So, I'm sorry, I'm just checking it out.
Okay, just got off the studio tour. Yeah, really good views of the coaster once again. And that inversion is just, it's looking fantastic. Like, especially coming out of the inversion into the turn. It looks so, so good. And I cannot wait to see that entire area of the coaster be completed, which will probably be happening here in the next few days. So I'll be keeping an eye on that. I don't know if I'm gonna ride the tram every single time, but at least while they're working on that area of the ride, I'll ride it, I'll ride it a few times. On the next visit, I might skip it, but maybe the visit after that, the turnaround also might be a good time to start riding the tram too, once they start working on that area. But yeah, overall, coaster is looking so good today, and shout out to all the crew members that are working on it. These past few days, they've been crushing it. They've been putting up so many pieces. And like I've mentioned before, I mean, once the pieces get shipped from from the facility and they have them here on site, they can throw them up really, really fast. So crews are flying through the project and I love to see it. Still no wait, by the way, for the tram. Yeah, it's a really light day in the park for a Friday. I feel like because everyone's back in school and the holidays are over, this is kind of like the normal January crowd before we get into spring break. Spring break will be a little bit different. Okay, I've made my way back to the lookout one more time before we make our way out and into CityWalk because there's a lot to talk about with CityWalk, but it's always good to just double check. Overall, looking pretty snazzy. This is a good update today for Fast and the Furious. I can't wait to come back next week. I'll be back in a couple days to do some more Disney content, and yeah, I gotta figure out the Knott's Berry Farm situation. I gotta upgrade my Six Flags pass, but I think the Six Flags video will be next. Well, let's go ahead and exit the park and make our way to CityWalk to talk about all the CityWalk craziness going on because there are more closures. Look at this, look at the crowd. There's nobody here. This is a great day to be at Universal Studios Hollywood. It doesn't help that Waterworld's in refurb, but look at this is crazy. What are the wait times? 15 minutes for something. Oh, they got some annual pass upgrades. They're showing the different events and stuff that are going on here at the park, but yeah, I think the wait times are like super minimal. Yeah, look at this. 5 minutes for Flight of the Hippogriff, 15 for Potter, which is pretty much a walk-on. No wait for Pets, 5 walk-on for Studio Tour. Simpsons Ride is at 30. And then Jurassic World at 5 minutes walk-on. Mario Kart, 40 minutes, not bad for Mario Kart. And then Revenge of the Mummy, 15 minutes, which is almost a walk-on. Yeah, this is a great day to be here at the park. There's nobody. They still have the Wicked photo op up, and they just posted this sign out. The scan to watch an exclusive clip. Okay. And you could, I guess, get the movie on streaming now. There you go. Yeah, it was a good movie. I liked it. I will probably watch it again on streaming. Ooh, is this some new Harry Potter merch? We gotta check that out. Look at this. It's actually kind of cool. I don't really know what's going on in Harry Potter. I'm not the best, but look at that. Okay. It's probably $400 million, $65 for that. It's very soft, by the way. And then they have all this stuff. This is magic stuff happening. There's even more magic tank tops over here. Oh yeah. Okay, switching gears to CityWalk. Popcornopolis, home of the zebra popcorn, which, by the way, is really good, has closed. It is permanently closed, and something new will be taking its place. Another CityWalk closure. Crazy. I've never seen this ever. I've never seen this many tenants just close shop. And because of all these changes, I can safely say that CityWalk's about to go through another evolution easily. There's too many places closing. Like this one behind me, the Crepe Cafe, closed. And then word on the street is that Sparky's is gonna be closing very, very soon as well. Okay, yeah, I just confirmed with one of the employees inside Sparky's, and they did say that the last day will be this Sunday at the time of making this video. Dang, that is crazy. So 2 more locations, this one and Popcornopolis, closed. CityWalk Hollywood. But let me make my way back over to iFly because we have some construction fences that have just been put up over there. So there's some interesting developments already happening at that location. I know, King Kong, I was just telling them that. I know, it's crazy. So let's head over there to check that out because I was surprised that the fences went up that quick. Yeah, look at this. An all new blue wall has been put up, and we saw them painting this wall in the Woody Woodpecker lot along with the green construction fence. Yeah, this went up really quick, so that means demolition is probably gonna happen here very, very soon. And I wonder if they're gonna take all this out too. Yeah, look at this. This is like giving off some California Adventure vibes when they had all the construction fences everywhere when they were building DCA 2.0. But yeah, are they gonna keep this structure or are they gonna completely redesign this? I don't know. But whatever they're working on over the wall, they're getting ready. They're already preparing because they wouldn't have put this fence up if they weren't gonna already start stuff. They would have just kind of let it sit for a little bit and then eventually get to it or just replace it with a new tenant. But whatever's going on over here, it's happening like now. So I don't see any markers on the pavers here. So I don't think anything's going to be coming out into the main footpath. But I would suspect that all this is going to be different. Yeah, look at how quiet it is over here. I mean, there's really, besides Margaritaville and Buca de Beppo and the Raiders place, there's really nothing going on over here. And it is, oh, battery's low, but it's 1:11 in the afternoon. And it's a ghost town. It's a total ghost town. I don't know why you're so excited about that, ma'am. Okay, I've made my way to the secondary level over here so I can take a peek at the escape room progress. Remember when there used to be a bowling alley up here? I do. Yeah, it's looking the same. Let me spin you around. Hold on, everybody. There we go. Yeah, looking the same from the exterior. There's really not too much going on out here. I don't know how much is going on the interior space, but I would hope that work is continuing. I'm not really sure when this is supposed to open. Yeah, I don't think they've announced an opening time frame for the escape room. Wasn't Buca de Beppo going through some bankruptcy issues? I could have swore I saw something going on about that, because if so, I would not be shocked if this place goes as well, and this turns into some new restaurant concept. I mean, come on, give us like a Cheesecake Factory or something. That'd be kind of nice. I haven't been to Buca de Beppo in a long time. It's been a minute. I don't know, what do you think's happening to CityWalk? Do you think some big changes are on the way? For not just CityWalk, but the entire property? Because I have a feeling there is. There's just no way this many things are closing and this many things are changing just for some tiny little paving project or whatever. Now I feel like something is going to be announced and it's going to be huge, because like, there's a lot going on. There really is. Okay, now that I've made my way back up to the upper levels, let's head over to the parking structure and talk about one more thing, and that is the ongoing project in the Woody Woodpecker parking lot. Now remember, according to the KTLA 5 article, allegedly this is where a new hotel is supposed to be going. So this could be the start of that entire process. And if so, if it ends up being true, how exciting, because man, oh man, they are not wasting any time on this. Like, I can already see right now there's some new markings. So let me spin you around and we'll talk about it. Yeah, look at this. The construction fence goes all the way up to the structure here. And it blocks off this entire section of the Woody Woodpecker lot. And you can see all of these new markings. Look at this. Some white ones right there. Here, let me zoom in just a tiny bit. So we have those right there. So to all my construction peeps watching, you can go ahead and comment down below to help others out, including myself, to let us know what these colors mean. I forgot what white means, but look at all of these. There's gonna be a lot of action happening over here very, very soon. And let me see if I can find, okay, looks like some over here. And then they stretch all the way, I'm gonna zoom in even more. They stretch all the way over here and then off in the distance there. So this is a pretty significant project. And like I said, this could all be the start of the new hotel, if that's what's going here. I don't know what else would be going here. They're like what preliminary work they would be doing. I highly doubt this is a parking lot expansion. This has to be something else. So the articles on the new hotel could be true, and we could be seeing another structure right here. And this could also go with what's happening in CityWalk right now, all those changes. And you see off in the distance, they're still painting some lumber over there, and they still have a lot of lumber staged and ready to go. Or here's the other thing, like I mentioned before, this could be a massive Halloween Horror Nights haunted house. Could you imagine this whole thing? It'd take you forever to walk through that. It'd take you like 30 minutes, 40 minutes to walk through a haunted house that size. That'd be amazing. But no, this is some infrastructure stuff, and I will be carefully watching it, because I legit have no idea what's going here. We have clues, we have speculation, you know, obviously the hotel and other things, but until the park officially says something, it's all kind of a mystery, or until we physically see things pop up. But because there are markers on the ground right here, I wouldn't be surprised if this all starts to change. Like if you know, the equipment moves in and they start digging in the next like couple weeks. I think maybe not on my next visit, but the visit after that, we might see some heavy equipment over here digging up the the lot. And then what they might do is they'll build this out, right? And then they'll work on that side when this is finished. Or they could just kick all these cars out and then work on the entire thing over time. I don't know. I have no idea how they're going to do this, but all I know is that there's some movement happening in the Woody Woodpecker lot. This is allegedly where the hotel is supposed to go, and that's what we're running off of. So how exciting. I can't wait. Can't wait to see what is in store for this area of the property. And with that, I think that's going to officially do it for Universal Studios Hollywood. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, you can let me know by smashing the thumbs up button. And if you're new to the channel and you love these videos from Universal Studios Hollywood or some of your other favorite theme parks, well, you should consider subscribing, because it lets you know every time I post a new video, and it helps me out tremendously. And also, don't forget, again, the like button is huge here on YouTube. So if you did like it, just hit that button down below. And subscribing, by the way, is totally free. It doesn't cost a thing. Because some people actually still ask about that. Not a penny. So yeah, I can't wait to come back next week. I'll be posting updates, obviously here, and also on X. If you're not already following me on X, be sure to do that by following the link down below in the description. My Instagram link will be there as well. But until the next video, I hope you have a beautiful day, morning, evening, whatever it is, and I'll see you next time in the parks. Bye.